Good day, everyone. This is the welcome video for CMPS 1014, Introduction to Computers, for the 2021 academic year, semester number 1, which runs August the 16th through November 26th, 2021. I would like to welcome you all to this class, and this class is a general studies class, so it's not a part of any one particular degree program, but it is a part of most, so that you have the technical knowledge to be able to not only complete your courses, but to be able to present and communicate your ideas, your expressions, your thoughts, your skills in a oral and written fashion using technology. Let's get started. So this class is an asynchronous course delivery. Asynchronous basically means that you are not required to have a one-on-one session or a live class session with your lecturer where they quote-unquote would teach you skills and do examples and you would learn from them. An asynchronous course delivery means that you're provided the materials in an online setting. This could be through the videos, through tutorials, through various activities, writings, quizzes, assignments, projects, and support materials to do those. And you also have what's called a consultation session, which is basically to ensure that you're staying on track and completing the requirements of the course. All of these sections for this course will have one weekly session in most cases. Some lecturers may choose to have more, but typically you'll have one live consultation session per week. Each section will have a specific meeting time assigned to it. This could be through Google Meet, Zoom, or another method of the lecturer's preference. These sessions are consultation sessions and not specifically classes per se. But the reason why the times are assigned is because it's important that you attend these to make sure that you're asking any questions, you're getting generalized feedback from your lecturer, and clarity on what is due. While the course is asynchronous, if you just try to go through the course on your own without the support of the consultation sessions, it has shown over the last 2 years and longer, since this course has been online for quite some time, that students who do not partake in the live consultation sessions, or at the very least, do not watch the recordings of them, they suffer. Especially students who may not be as tech savvy as others. Generally, as someone who has taught this course for the past going on 8 years, I see that many times the students that are in the weekly live consultation sessions are the students that typically are the A-, the A, the B+ students. The students who need to be there are not. And that is where, it really comes back to how much effort you want to put into your degree. How much do you want to get out of this, right? You're obviously putting in a good amount of money. You're putting in a good amount of time. So why not put in the effort as well, right? The sessions may be live, or in some cases may be pre-recorded, and will be available for students to watch if they miss it or if they want to re-watch it. So for example, if you take part in a session, say you have to leave early, or maybe sometimes you come in late, the lecturer will not start over, but that doesn't mean you can't, after the session, once it is posted, which typically within 12 to 24 hours at the latest, it is posted, and you would be able to go back and watch those recordings. The learning management system that we use is Moodle. And all students should have completed Moodle for Students prior to being able to enter any courses that are being offered on Moodle. All students must have activated and be using their University of Belize email, which is in the format of your student ID. So for example, for those of you who are starting this year, it would be something like 2021 and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So typically it would be basically the year and then up to 6 digits. And then it would be followed by an @ ub.edu.bz. This must be used for all communications and also to enter the live weekly sessions. It's important to understand that if you're logged in on 2 different accounts in your browser, like if you're using Chrome or if you're using Firefox and you're logged in 2 different accounts, you have to make sure that when you attempt to go into the class session that you're going in using your student email ID. This will make sure that you're not rejected by entering into the class, and also will not slow the class down by having to make your lecturer let you in. Typically for the first 2 weeks they'll let you in, but after that they will not, because we want to ensure that there's nobody from outside the class trying to get in to cause mischief, stealing people's identities or data, or trying to access people's technology. Okay? This course will have support materials, tutorials to cover all skills related to the course, and at least 1 live weekly consultation session to address specific questions and to provide generalized instruction and feedback. The course lecturers for this semester, as of right now, today's date is Sunday, August the 8th. So if anybody if this changes, which sometimes it may, because changes will typically be made up until August 30th, then the lecturer's names may change. But as of right now, you have myself, who's the course coordinator and also a lecturer for 5 sections. I believe Mr. Jelani Crawford has 2 sections. I believe Mr. Alan Miranda has 2 sections. I believe Mr. Melvin Ndihoke is got 1 section, and as of right now, Mrs. Lambie has 2 sections as well. Please confirm your course lecturer, the section, the day, and the time in your student portal. You should not be having to email me or anybody and say, sir or miss, am I your student? It doesn't work like that, folks. You have a schedule. You either registered yourself or you are registered by your advisor, and then you should be able to go in and print out your schedule, which shows your course section, it shows your course date, times, and the lecturer. It's important to understand that you have that information in front of you, so please go ahead and do that. Don't be emailing and asking people if you're in their section. You should know that already. If you are to email a lecturer for any reason at the University of Belize, this information here will help you in getting a response. First of all, if you receive an email from your lecturer regarding any information, if you want to reply to that, that is fine. But make sure you're replying to the information that is in the email, so that you're not, if somebody is basically providing you a link to Moodle, and then you want to ask them if the university is closed for settlement day, that's not appropriate. You would create a separate email for that, right? So anytime you're starting a new topic, a new subject, a new question, you would always use a new email and click on Create New. You would put your the email address of the person that you're trying to reach, and then you would put in your subject line what your subject is, what the topic of your question is. You would then put your name, because your student ID will be showing up as who it came from in most cases. So you would have your name, and please use a consistent name throughout. I know many of you like to use first name, middle name, some other name, maybe a nickname. Maybe you like to use your mom's last name, your dad's last name, you like to mix it up. Please, in order to be less confusing and to make sure there's no problem with your grades and with your degree, that you use one name throughout the semester. Give your course, which is CMPS 1014, your section, the day and the time. You have your name, your student ID, and then your issue clearly defined. So ask your question. If need be, you can provide pictures or screenshots of your screen, whether it be your phone or your computer, to allow for the person to be able to more accurately answer you. If you have questions regarding assignments or something that's due, you would want to copy and paste the instruction that you are having trouble with. Sending an email saying, I don't understand the assignment. That's not a valid email. What does that mean? You don't understand the assignment. You don't understand the word assignment. You don't understand the meaning of the word assignment, how to spell assignment. What exactly are you having trouble with? Go to the assignment, find the line, copy and paste it, and explain what you think that it means and where you're having the misunderstanding. This way your lecturer can help you more quickly. Please allow 24 hours for a response. It is important that with technology that we're not trying to get answers in 30 seconds, right? So if somebody doesn't respond to your email in 20 minutes or an hour or even a half a day, please give them a full 24 hours of a business day to respond back to you. So if you send a message on Friday night, please wait until Tuesday morning before you send a second one to follow up. Please don't jump on Instagram or Facebook Messenger or WhatsApp trying to locate this person and send them a message as if there's a bomb in your briefcase, right? Take your time. Remember, it's not a matter of life and death. Yes, it's important to you, and yes, it's important to us, but please take your time. Make sure that you write out a proper email. This way it avoids going back and forth 7 or 8 times before the lecturer understands what your question even is. So please follow this with a 2 to 5 word of a summary of the email in the subject line. Begin with the greeting, right? Just like it shows there, good morning, hello, good afternoon, good night. Put the body of your email, you have your closing, and then print your name, right? Make sure that you use proper capitalization, punctuation, and spelling, and please spell out your words, right? Take your time, you're in college, so please do it professionally, right? These are all things that are going to benefit you in your future when you finish your college career, that you're able to communicate, okay? All right, next, your dashboard. When you log into Moodle, this is the URL you should be using. It's https://www.odlub.com. Once you go to that, you're going to click on My Courses, and then you're going to see your courses. When it comes to this course, you should be seeing Math, Physics, and Information Technology 2021-1, CMPS 1014, Introduction to Computer Studies. So all of this you should be seeing if you're clicking on the correct course. If you see a different semester, do not go to it. That means that you could have been a student who's maybe retaking the course because you had to, for whatever reason. You dropped out, you didn't pass, you didn't get the grade that you needed for the prerequisite, and so forth. All right, next. This screen here basically shows you what once you click on the course and you go into the course, what it looks like. I know it's a little bit small, but I'm going to be doing a separate video which will take you through the Moodle interface. So I just wanted to show you this screen, and then on this screen, so you'll notice back here, this is the section that I've blown up, and it says course announcements can come from your course coordinator or your lecturer. Be mindful to check for them, right? Course facilitators and syllabus. These are the various facilitators and the course outline where you will find your lecturer and contact information. Online student resources, course outline, this is where you can view and download your course outline, which you should do immediately, if you haven't done so already. And then compression software, it's a short video on how to use compression software to compress assignments, right? When you click on the course facilitators and syllabus, you will see a list of them, and this is the current ones that we have right now. And you can click on each one of them, and you'll see that it has their name, and then it has their email address, and then what campus they're located at. Okay, everybody is working from home right now. We're doing a virtual campus again this semester. So it says if your lecturers choose to offer you another contact method, they will do so. All lecturers are working from home in a virtual office setting. I know that I do not use WhatsApp for my classes because it's a little too invasive to have 175 students have my phone number, and then they start sending me WhatsApp messages at 2 o'clock in the morning, and then when I get mad, they tell me, well, you didn't have to respond, sir, until the morning. Yes, but that means that I have to turn my phone off because you don't have any respect for my time boundaries. I may choose to leave my phone on in case there's an emergency in my family, but I can't do so if people are going to disobey those certain rules. So please, other lecturers may have WhatsApp support groups. I do not. I encourage you as students to create WhatsApp support groups in our class, especially when you're, if you have projects that you're working on together. This course no longer has a group project. It only has an individual project and 2 individual assignments. But that doesn't mean you can't still get information and ask your peers questions. There are things that you'll be doing where you will require you to get a peer to check your work. So it's good to have those groups set up. So I encourage that while I will not be a part of it. And then you can see here the other lecturers that are there for this semester as of right now, as I stated. This is nearly done here, so I just want to finish up. Oops, I'm sorry I didn't change this part here, but just so you know, this is semester 2021-1, and this semester starts August 16th, and regular classes conclude on November 26th, 2021. The last date to drop or add a class is Monday, August 30th. And important dates for your fees. You should have 25% of your bill paid to avoid any late fee by August 13th, right? If you do get a late fee because you didn't pay 25%, then you should have your 25% paid, including the late fee, by August 30th. Then the next 25% would be September 30th, which puts you at a total of 50% paid. October 29th would be 25%, which would be 75% paid. And November 30th would be 25%, which would be 100% paid. Please make sure you adhere to that, because if you do not, there are what's called deregistration and financial blocks, which will affect you from accessing your online resources, okay? And you should know that in most cases, things that are blocked, people that are blocked because of financial reasons, makeups and so forth are not typically given. It's based upon the lecturer. There is no school policy for late work. So each lecturer has it within their ability to choose to accept or to not accept anything that's submitted late. So it is not automatically a given that you submit something a day late that a lecturer has to take it. So please understand that up front and clarify that with your lecturer as soon as possible. They should normally do that for you the first day of class. Final tip, please do not put things off. You will find that this semester will be less grueling if you stay ahead of your work and budget your time. I know many of you may not be used to an online course, although over the last year and a half, some of you coming out of high school may have had some distance learning. Maybe you had learning packages, but understand that in this system at the University of Belize, if you don't submit something, you can and will get a 0 for a grade. There's no such thing as a minimum grade of a 0, or a minimum grade of a 60 or a 50 or a 40. If you submit something that's of poor caliber and does not meet the assignment requirements of the rubric, you can get a 0, you can get a 10, you can get a 15. There's no minimum grade. And please understand that if you put things off to the end of the semester, this is a 15-week class. You cannot afford to try to do 15 weeks worth of work in 3 weeks. And not only that, you will not be able to, because the work will be not accepted in many cases. All right, folks. The next videos I'll be making are the course outline review video and the Moodle page tour video. So stick around and you'll be seeing those shortly. Thank you very much.